We're here at Ron Padmore's Red Carpet Gift Suite for the BET Awards, and we found Charlie here, who's an American classic. And we're not just talking about his cars now, are we, Charlie?
Right. I am a classic.
Yeah, so what is this hot rod? You guys have some really interesting things coming up. This is absolutely gorgeous.
This is a hand-built 1932 Ford. It took about 10 years to build. It is a one-off. There isn't another one in the world like it. It's, when I say handmade, they started with flat piece of metal, and all the parts on this car was hand formed and fitted. The only thing that is not hand built, obviously, is a production. It has a LS1 Corvette motor, has a 700R Corvette transmission, and of course the steering column, the upholstery, the wheels and tires are all, off the shelf. But everything else you see, the shape of the doors, the dash, the fenders, the hood, everything underneath this car. In fact, this car is more beautiful underneath than it is up on top.
It makes me want to peek underneath. Oh, man.
It cost over $1 million to build this car.
Wow.
It's one of a kind, like I said before. And so, whoever eventually winds up with this car will have one of a kind. This car also, and the way to explain it is, this was what they call Grade 8 at the Riddler Awards. Riddler Awards is held once a year, just like your Emmy Awards, and people build cars from anywhere from $1 million up to $2.5 million to compete in this competition, which, like I said, is like the Emmy Awards. This car went to the Riddler. They picked the top 8. This car was picked as the top 8, and out of the top 8, they re-look at the cars again, inspect them again, and then they pick one car. This car did not get picked, but just being the Grade 8 is
quite
an achievement.
Honor.
Yeah.
It is.
And so we've had it at the Grand National Show in January in Pomona. It was the top pick. It again didn't win there. There was another car that won. We took it down to Del Mar, which is another venue down there. It got picked down there as the top pick. We're here today enjoying the sun, and it's a beautiful day here in Hollywood, California.
It is absolutely gorgeous. And I hear that you guys have an auction coming up. What is the auction for, and what is it about?
Brenda, my daughter, is the one that's handling the auction portion of it. We're just supplying the cars, and we have a minimum on the cars, and hopefully whatever over that minimum the cars bring, then it will go to their organization, and from my understanding it goes to different charities. So it's
Barrett Jackson is going to be missing out this year, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, Barrett Jackson does a great job. I have never taken a car there because you never, with a no reserve, you never know what your car is going to bring. And I mean, like this car here, if it's, $1 million car and you say you want to get 500,000.
You lost $500,000.
Yeah, or say if it only brings $100,000, you've lost a lot of money. So actually, a lot of people win down there, a lot of people lose. So, but I think.
Are they trying to come through here?
I think they want to get into trash or something.
But I'm curious, which one is your favorite car? Because you are not a newcomer to this.
Well, everybody asks me that question. I own probably 75 to 80 cars of my own. This one obviously is one of them. And I really don't have a favorite. It's like tomorrow we're going to have at least 8 cars at different shows, and it's, you kind of pick the cars for the venue, and so I like I say, taking them to the different shows, and I mean, it's a hobby, but at the same time, I enjoy showing what I've accomplished to other people and let them enjoy it also. And believe me, like I do go to Barrett Jackson every year, and it's really beautiful. I mean, to see a lot of beautiful cars there it's very, very enjoyable.
Oh, it really is. Now, of course, we're sitting in this absolutely gorgeous car, which actually, as we're talking, people are looking at all the footage, about, it's a piece of art.
What's that?
This is a piece of art.
It is. Actually, like I said, honestly, of course, this is not the right venue for it, but we have a setup where we raise the car off the ground. We have mirrors all
so
underneath.
So people can go ahead and look at it.
And you can actually, the underneath of this car, I mean, I'm not saying the top is not beautiful, don't get me wrong, but the underneath is where the workmanship is.
Wow.
And it is, I mean, every bolt, every piece of metal under there is all hand fabricated, and special bolts where you don't see the threads, you don't see the nuts. It just all flows together, and it's like you say, it's a piece of art.
It is. They really are. And now, there's other hot rods that you have here. Can we look at some of the other hot rods with you?
Sure. I'll be glad to take you and show them to you.
Okay, let's go. Now, this is a gorgeous hot rod.
I love this.
Isn't this?
What do you call this, Dad?
This is called the chameleon car.
Does it change
That's
colors?
Yeah, if you just walk around it.
It changes 6 different colors.
Really?
How much was the paint job, Dad?
The paint job on this car alone was $40,000.
Wow!
How many coats is on there?
Well, it's got about 10 coats, but the way...
You see how it changes?
Oh, yeah.
I love this car.
It's my understanding, this paint, the way it works, is if you've ever tried to mix oil and vinegar together, and then you can stir it and it kind of mixes together, but then if you leave it, it kind of separates. That's the way this paint works. It's exactly the same method. It's a German paint, and like I said, it's a very complicated process. This is a 55 Chevy Bel Air hardtop, and again, the color on this car is the same color underneath, and underneath the engine compartment's all the same color. This car has a 350, what they call a ZZ3 motor in it. It has a 700R transmission. It's got a B&M, right? Sometimes I forget some of the things that are on these cars, but it's got a BM supercharger on it. I was going to say blower, but some people don't understand that, but they understand supercharger. But this car originally cost to build this car somewheres in the $300,000 range.
Wow.
Today, it's probably worth $100,000.
Yeah.
You have to understand that it doesn't make any difference what it costs to build these cars today. You never get your money back. It's kind of, you're in a upper age group that have kind of accomplished everything in life, and like, I have a 49 Cadillac that was the car I met my wife in, and so that car is special to me. Some people, it's the 55 Chevy, some it's the Willis. So you hear this over and over at car shows. Oh my God, when I went to high school, this was my first car. And I mean, that's the constant, answers that you get all the time when you go to